For the very first time on this channel, I am sewing an entire transformation by hand. Let's get started. I thrifted this pink lemon print dress and shared it in my last thrift haul. I love the print for summer, but think it would look even cuter as a matching set. I started with drawing out my ideas into my sketchbook, and all I knew at the time was that I wanted the matching set to have elastic waist shorts, and I'm not too sure what the top is gonna look like yet or what amount of fabric I even have to work with. So let's just get started with the shorts. The first thing I did was take apart the dress. Starting with the skirt, since there's a slit in the front, it would be easier for me to cut out the shorts if I first closed up the slit so the fabric could be whole. I grabbed my matching colored thread and hand sewing needles and began prepping multiple strands of thread with wax to prevent tangles and to make my thread stronger. I actually learned this from the comments of one of my videos that you're supposed to press the wax thread with your iron to fuse them together. This really does make the thread feel a lot heavier, silkier, and stronger, so I never miss a step when doing a lot of hand sewing. To close up that slit opening, I'm going to use a ladder stitch all the way down. Now, I don't do a lot of hand sewing projects, so it always takes me a minute to figure out what's the most comfortable and efficient process for me. While sewing this ladder stitch, I was first trying to hold both sides of the slit together, which made my hands kinda achy, and then realized it felt a lot more comfortable to hold one side at a time and just keep switching back and forth. The most challenging part for me was keeping my stitches evenly spaced. Because some of my stitches were farther apart than others, when you pull the seam apart, you can see where the gaps are. Another thing I realized was that my fabric didn't line up at the bottom, and that's because I didn't think to pin my fabric together before sewing. Just like how you would pin your fabric before sewing on your machine, you should also pin them together for hand sewing. Now that the front slit is closed up, I can use a pair of shorts at home to map out my design. It doesn't look like I have enough width to make gathered shorts, so I'm thinking of alternative ways to still make the shorts loose-fitting. I thought about adding godets at the sides of the shorts to make them flared, but we'll figure it all out after cutting out my shorts. I raised the waist of the shorts and included all my seam allowance before cutting. This is what one side of my shorts looked like, and turns out with the leftover fabric, there's a big enough section there for me to use as a panel to make the shorts baggier. I just had to sew the other side closed first because that's where the zipper seam was. I cut out a long enough rectangle to fit the length of my shorts, and it's about 5 inches wide, so I'm adding an additional 10 inches to the waist of my shorts. Something I didn't think about with hand sewing is that if you cut across a seam, it's not as convenient to go back and backstitch it closed like on a machine. I'm not sure if you can just simply backstitch over the cut threads, so I'm starting my seam a lot further down to prevent any unraveling. After seam ripping the sides of the shorts open, I can now pin the panel right sides together to each front and back shorts and sew it down. Since the shorts still had stitch holes in it from where I seam ripped, I just used that as a guide to sew my seam, and I am now sewing with a running stitch. When I first started sewing my running stitch, I again had to get comfortable and find a rhythm and work on my spacing. If you watch my hands, my right hand is moving the needle up and down a lot in the beginning. Started hand sewing the other side, and my line is looking a little wavy. I don't know why it's doing that. Maybe it's just the way my needle is being inserted. It's not really straight. The dotted lines are kind of going up and down and all over the place. Towards the middle though, I realized that I was sewing a lot faster and straighter by moving my left hand more and weaving the fabric onto the needle instead of weaving my needle through the fabric. Once I got that down, I was able to sew a lot faster than before. Not sure if the experience will be the same for everyone, but like I mentioned, just do what's most comfortable for you. I think this side, but you can just tell like how much straighter my stitching is, right? The next hand sewing technique I used was a blanket stitch to finish off the raw edges since I can't use my serger. For the blanket stitch, at first I was inserting the needle from the bottom of the fabric up before looping the needle through the thread, as you can see. And then down the line, I found that inserting the needle from above allows me to have a smoother transition looping the thread through. Here's what my finished blanket stitch edge looks like. Once the side panels are added, I went ahead and trimmed the extra fabric away and also shortened the waist for the front of the shorts and the crotch for the front of the shorts. With what's left of the skirt scraps, I actually have enough to make some pockets, so I cut out 2 pieces, but we'll decide at the end what I want to do with them. For now, let's just finish constructing the shorts because it's taking me a lot longer to make progress. Next, I'll be sewing the crotch seams closed. I'm out of wax thread and have to prepare more, so if you don't want to do this often, I recommend preparing a bunch before you get started. I didn't know how much I would actually need, but I've already gone through probably 30 strands. Before sewing the next seams, there's no guide like earlier, so I'm marking out my seam allowance, which is my seam line, and we'll be using a running stitch. The last seam to form the shorts is the inner leg seam. Okay, so I just tried on the shorts and they look great. The perfect amount of bagginess to add my elastic waistband. But the interesting thing is the top of my stitching started to come undone. I just remembered that I trimmed the top of the shorts away, so now I have to go back and refinish the top of the seams again because it's unraveling. The blanket stitch is coming undone as well, so what I'm doing is just pulling out the stitching until the thread is long enough to knot, and then I'm going to thread my needle with a new strand and stitch up the rest. Once that's all fixed, I pressed all my seams and then pressed over the waistband a 1/2 inch to prepare it for my double fold hem. I wanted to use this wider elastic band but didn't make my waist high enough to accommodate it, so I opted for a smaller size. Measure the elastic on the shorts and fold over the waistband to be a little bigger than the elastic so that the elastic can still slide in later. Sew the waistband closed but leave a small opening to insert the elastic. Let's get started. Okay, where's my needle? Needle! Where are you? Really, where'd you go? The world's gonna know your name. What's your name, man? For the waistband, I decided on sewing the entire thing with a backstitch since it will have the most wear and tear from all the stretching. The backstitch is stronger than a running stitch, so definitely use it for seams that will be pulled on a lot. Since the backside of a backstitch is messier looking, I'm going to sew from the right side of the fabric so that the clean stitching will be on top. I am done. Let's compare my stitching from when I started to when I ended. Okay, so this is when I started and then the progression of it. Starts to look really good over here. Like, look at that. Wow, I'm so proud of myself. And then on the back side, it looks like this. Now I can insert my elastic band using a safety pin, and I always cut my elastic a little longer so that I can adjust it to fit afterwards. Everything fit great, so to close the ends of the elastic, I overlapped them and backstitched a box with an X in it to really secure it. Highly recommend using a thimble, especially when working through thick materials like elastic, because it can be really painful when the needle is pushing into your finger. As usual, links will be in my description box for all supplies I used in this video. Once the elastic ends are sewn together, stretch out your waistband and sew the opening closed. Finally, I am ready to move on to the top. First, I seam rip the front straps off because they need to be moved out more. And then since the center back is open because of the zipper, I'm going to sew it closed. I'm thinking about hemming the bottom of the top, making it wide enough to slide an elastic through the back. I went ahead and pinned my hem in place and will be sewing from side seam to side seam, leaving a small opening at both side seams to slide the elastic in the back. The stitch I'm using here is a running stitch. Let's go ahead and slide our elastic in. I'm gonna keep it pretty long just so I have room to pull it and stretch it. So since the casing and the elastic is pretty small, grab a small safety pin. We're gonna insert it into the opening. Safety pin has come out the other end. I'm just gonna pull it. Ooh, it looks good though. We see that bunching up. Okay, so with the piece that's hanging out, I'm going to just gently stick it back inside so it's lined up with the side seam. And then I'm gonna tack it down. I'm gonna hide it inside the seam. And then let's pin it down just to be safe. Make sure it doesn't go anywhere. And then I can stitch it down into the side seam and then I can close up that opening. Pull out the pin and make sure that really, if I pull here, it shouldn't go anywhere now. Next, I pin the other side in place so I can try it on and see how tight I want it to be. Everything looks good, so I can trim the elastic away, leaving just enough to tuck back into the casing, and then I can sew the elastic down and the opening closed. For the front straps, I moved them over 1 inch outwards and sewed them down. Oh my god, I just realized that this adjustable strap right here is fake on this side. Or not fake, but it was sewed wrong because it doesn't adjust anything. It was a minor fix, just had to insert the strap through the adjustable slider properly and sew it down. Okay, moment of truth. Woohoo! Okay, so that one extends all the way now. Now I can sew the straps in place in the front. To finish the front bodice, I'm going to turn it into a bra top by creating a ribbon that ties in the middle. Using the leftover fabric, I cut out 4 long triangle pieces and then sewed them together in the middle to create 2 longer pieces. After that, face each longer piece right sides together and sew along the entire thing, but leave an opening to turn it right sides out. Press the ribbon so it's nice and flat, and then I sew the opening closed with a ladder stitch. Lastly, tie the ribbon in the middle of the top and it's finished. All that's left to do is hem the bottom of the shorts, and I decided on using a blind hem stitch for this part since I haven't used that one yet. In the end, I decided on no pockets. I know, that sucks, but with all the seams we pieced together at the sides of the shorts, the lemon print was starting to look a little choppy. And the shorts had a nice flare to them already, and I felt like the pockets probably would have weighed the sides down. I think if I was sewing this transformation on my machine, I would have only worked on this for one day, but with hand sewing, I was working on this over the course of 3 days. It was a lot more work, but I definitely feel more proud and confident with my sewing now than before. Like, if sewing machines didn't exist, I definitely could still sew clothes by hand. Here is the final transformation.
So you think you were right? Bring it on, prove me wrong. Go put up a fight. The way I do will knock you down. You know there's an ocean between us. Don't cry about it. Don't cry about it. You want me to take you in my...
Alright, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Thrifted Transformations Hand Sewing Edition. And let me know down in the comments if you want to see more hand sewing projects from me in the future. As usual, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!
There's nothing new in this game. You got to give it up, give it up.